I'm rock celebrate with we KFC, we got bucket together.
When we bucket together, we are as we really are. Enjoy a family 12, party 15 or party 21 bucket. KFC, proud sponsor of Jamaica 60.
Together we're our people standing strong. 3 million Jamaicans, let's work as one. Such a course and work with a plan. Proud and tall, let's make the whole world understand. Every Jamaican have the heart of a champion. Such a core, big up with champions. Watch my style, watch my skill, watch my flow. Standing out anywhere where we go. Many goals, many dreams, many strides. All the black, green and gold are we pride. Proud and tall, let's make the whole world understand. We are strong, when we are one, Sagicor, celebrating Jamaican success.
Multi-link, access every time, everywhere I go. Multi-link, 24/7 access for me. It's just a win-win when we use multi-link. This card is Jamaican built, yeah. Fast and secure, you can use anywhere. Spend while supporting the economy.
Look for the multi-link logo on your card and benefit from Jamaica's largest debit payment network.
Multi-link, 24/7 access for me.
What would I do without my multi-link?
Parents, gearing up for back-to-school expenses? Well, Chris and Charles is making back-to-school as easy as ABC. From July 1st to August 23rd, 2024, borrow at low rates, and here it is! You could win one of 24 back-to-school grants of $50,000! Imagine the possibilities, covering all your expenses and winning big! Call us at 876-926-0609 or visit our website for details. Conditions apply. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles. Authorized under Section 58.
Sip into the brightness of summer with Starbucks. Relax and enjoy a variety of Starbucks refreshers or indulge in a Frappuccino. We have something new for you every season. Try our new Lavender White Mocha Frappuccino at your nearest store. We are located in Kingston, Portmore, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay. For more information, visit our Instagram at Starbucks Jamaica.
So you think all toilet paper is the same?
Yeah, basically, tissue is tissue.
You obviously never experienced the domino effect then.
No, what that?
Feel this.
Wow, that is soft.
Not just soft. Domino toilet paper is also super strong and ultra absorbent. Basically, you're getting comfort where you need it most.
So yeah, you want to give me this one, right?
Domino toilet paper. Experience the domino effect and get softness all around you. Available at retail stores near you.
My name is Kedrin Campbell. I come from the Appleton Basic School. My favorite Olympic hero is Shelly Ann Fraser-Price.
Watch for Shelly Ann Fraser-Price.
Looking back now, I say there's no barrier when it comes to your passion and your calling as time honors your greatness. So I thank you so much, and I pray that you'll be an inspiration to all young girls, mainly the girls, to know that there's no limits when you believe what you believe and continue to work hard. We are strong, we are powerful, and most importantly, we are fearless.
It's glorious gold once again to Shelly Ann Fraser-Price.
Stay tuned to the Paris Olympic on Nationwide 90 FM. Yeah!
KFC this summer, we a bucket together. Well, I vibe with your crew, yeah, we a stay true, the taste is so good. KFC bucket on the ends with the real ones. My island, we a world champion. With my KFC, I'm gonna be me, jam rock, celebrate with we KFC, we a bucket together.
When we bucket together, we are as we really are. Enjoy a family 12, party 15 or party 21 bucket. KFC, proud sponsor of Jamaica 60.
Nationwide 90 FM now presents live coverage of the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love. Our coverage is brought to you by
our diamond sponsors:
KFC, Pizza Hut, Fosrich.
Our gold sponsors:
Sagicor Group, J. Ray and Nephew.
Our silver sponsors:
Supreme Ventures Limited, Digicel, Gatorade.
Our bronze sponsors:
National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, Spirits Expressions Sports Lounge, Imperial Optical Jamaica, Rainforest Caribbean, National Commercial Bank, Sunshine Snacks, First Rock Group, Grace Foods,
and our other sponsors.
Multilink, Kiss Baking Company, Hose Assembly and Supplies, Students Loan Bureau, Massey Distribution Limited, Starbucks, Tourism Enhancement Fund, Evergrow, Real Estate Board, Horton's Pharmacy, Petrojam Limited, Wellington Dental, Fontana Pharmacy, Juicy Patties, Maxi Department Store, Road Safety Unit, JTA Cooperative Credit Union, ISP Finance Services, Postage Logistics Group, Royalton Resorts, Hilo Food Stores, Charles O'Connor Consulting Network.
$12:07 p.m. on this Saturday. We're well into Paris this afternoon. PTA here on Nationwide 90 FM. The men on the panel are, well, they're not grumbling. They're just remarking that they've been here since 2:30 a.m. and that they're not coming 2:30 a.m. another morning. They're just talking because they love the assignment. They love being a part of the Olympics. Once every 4 years, we're asking them to come out early, and it's to come out early for something that they love more than anything else in the world. So it's just talk from Raymond Casey Graham and Michael Carr. Trevor T.C. Campbell has left us for the minute, but his replacement is none other than the illustrious Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, who says that her alarm betrayed her because the alarm was supposed to have gone a little bit earlier, but she's not late because she didn't miss the start of the assignment. She's here on time, but she could have been here earlier, is the report. So, yeah. Juliet, good afternoon. We haven't heard from you all day, so I give you the floor now. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. I hope nobody falls asleep.
That's a low blow. Oh my!
But actually, no, don't get it wrong. I know I wasn't here with you guys this morning, but I got up at 3 and I was able to watch the 100 meters. Yeah, man, I was watching, and so I'm quite happy about what happened. All 3 of our Jamaican men made it through to the 100-meter semifinals, and that is going to be interesting to watch tomorrow. Very happy to see the results. I mean, we saw a lot of 10-0s.
Yes.
A lot of 10-0 people are taking it easy. Some taking it too easy.
Yes.
And then got caught behind, like Mr. Lyles.
Yes.
But all in all, I think everybody's going to have to run just a little bit harder in the semifinals. Some semifinals are a little bit more difficult than the others, but we're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward now to what's to come.
All right, before I bring the gentlemen back in, let me just give the lane assignments for the semifinals for the men. That's on Sunday. In case you missed it, Sunday afternoon, the men will face the starter in the semifinals of the 100 meters. Semifinal 1. Firstly, first 2 in each heat will qualify automatically, and then the next two fastest will advance to the final. So the first 2 in each semifinal will advance automatically to the final, and the next 2 fastest times thereafter will join them. There are 3 semifinals, so 3 from semifinal 2, 2 from semifinal 1, 2 from semifinal 3, and then the next 2 fastest times thereafter will make up the 8 men in the final. Let's go now, because semifinal 1. Ashe from Nigeria in lane 1. Brathwaite from the British Virgin Islands in lane 2. Azamati from Ghana in lane 3. Lyles, the American, in lane 4. Hinchcliffe, the Brit, in lane 5. Oblique Seville is running in lane 6. Eseme from Cameroon in lane 7. Ali from Italy in lane 8. And out in lane 9, it's Maswanganye, the South African, in lane 9. That is semi-final 1, as the women are on the track for the semi-finals, and I'm going to go there quickly. But semi-final 2 for the men on Sunday. Espinoza from Cuba will run in lane 1 of semi-final 2. Beside him is Matadi from Liberia. Then Akeem Blake, the Jamaican, in lane 3. Tebogo from Botswana in lane 4. Simbine from South Africa in lane 5. Ajayi from Nigeria, lane 6. Lane 7 in semi-final 2 has Kenny Benerick in that lane. Then in lane 8 beside him is a defending Olympic champion Lamont Jacobs from Italy, and out in lane 9 is Josh Hartman About semi-final 3, you have Boonson, the man from Thailand, in lane 1. Andre de Grasse, the Canadian, has a very, very tough path to the final. He's in lane 2. Then Zarnell Hughes in lane 3, the man from Great Britain. He lives here, but he runs for Great Britain. Shane Thompson is in lane 4. Sunny Brown from Japan is in lane 5. Omanyala drawn in lane 6, the Kenyan. Sunny Brown from Japan. Fred Curley, the American, in lane 7. Saminu from Ghana in lane 8. And Benjamin Richardson, the South African, out there in lane 9. So 2 South Africans in the semifinals. Well, 3 of them. And 2 of them have drawn lane 9. And Simbini is in lane 5 by contrast. Let's go straight across to the women's 100-meter semifinal. We were the first to tell you the semifinal draws yesterday. I got it so hot off the press I had to wait for it to cool on my phone before I read it to the public. Semifinal 1. Dosso from Italy in lane 1. Rosius from Belgium in lane 2. Shashali Forbes, the Jamaican, in lane 3. Melissa Jefferson, the American, in lane 4. Dina Asher-Smith, Great Britain, in lane 5. Eva Svoboda from Poland in lane 6. Marie-Josée Talu-Smith from Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, if you may, in lane 7. Mujinga Kambunja, the Swiss athlete, out in lane 8. And Boglarka Takacs from Hungary in lane 9. That's semi-final 1. So Shashali Forbes in lane 3 in semi-final 1. The same treatment for the women. First 2 in each heat qualify automatically, and then the 2 fastest times accompanying them. Semi-final 2 has Rosemary Chupuma from Nigeria in lane 1. Bree Masters from Australia in lane 2. Emmanuel Lansiko from Great Britain in lane 3. Bas Bitai from Gambia impressed Juliet on Friday with her running. She's in lane 4. Fraser Price, don't need to tell you her first name or where she's from. She's in lane 5. Julian Alfred, the St. Lucian, is in lane 6. Shakira Richardson, the American, is in lane 7. Patricia van der Veken from Luxembourg is out in lane 8. And Gladimar Torres from Puerto Rico finishes up the field in lane 9. Semi-final 3 has Leah Bertrand from Trinidad and Tobago in lane 1. Carolina Manasvoka from the Czech Republic is in lane 2. Zoe Hobbs, the New Zealander, is in lane 3. Daryl Neater from Great Britain is in lane 4. Audrey Leduc from Canada is in lane 5. Tia Clayton is in lane 6. Wayne said he heard that she was not that well, but she's in lane 6. Twanisha Terry, the American, is in lane 7. Gina Luckenkemper from Germany is in lane 8. And beside there's another European, Delphine Kansa from Belgium. Those are the 9 women in semi-final 3. The repechage round in the men's 1500 meters, heat 1, 2 heats. The first 3 in each repechage heat will advance to the semi-finals. They're ready with heat 1 of 2. And I think I should just send you over to our commentator for the start of this, and after this we'll have a discussion among the panel to talk about the women's 100 meter semi-final again, as we look forward to the women's 100 meters final, the mixed relay final, the women's triple jump final, the men's decathlon. Lyndon Victor, the Grenadian, has moved into the bronze medal position, and with 2 events to go, so he's right where he wants to be, within striking range, about 190 points behind the leader, and there's everything to compete for. Let's go across to our commentator of 1500 meters repechage heat 1 of 2.
Good afternoon to our panelists and to our listeners and viewers. Yes, I'm here on the couch once again. Good afternoon, and Johnny Swift Stewart is also here with me. It's been an exciting morning, right? We got up once again pretty early. Yeah, we saw the men's 100-meter heats. All three Jamaican men, obviously, as we've been saying, went through to the semifinals. But George, I just want to kind of touch on this, where on social media everybody just have been raving about what Noel said, Swift, in his post-race interview, and he said it wasn't tougher. I was expecting that they would just fall in line. They took it as if, well, I only have one shot, so I'm going to take it. And to be honest, I should have expected that, knowing that this is the Olympics. This is my first time in an Olympic 100 meters, but I didn't, and that's on me. Trust and believe me, it won't happen again. I only give them one chance to beat me. Swift, when him say for them to fall in line, how do you translate that? Because I know how I translated that when he said I thought that they would fall in line, because I'm looking at it like, they should realize that I'm the fastest man in this field right now. I was expecting that I would have just won this easily. Whenever I expected the man them would have really run out and go on, and I had to work to qualify in the top 3.
I mean, this is the Olympic Games. It's not going to be easy. Everybody's coming out there to run. Noah underestimated the team, as he said. That's how I interpret it. He underestimated the team, and the persons out there, they are going to run. They want to be in the semifinals. So Noah just has to go out there and run him race and stick to his plan. Yeah. Because when I looked on all 3 races, all 3 Americans, out of all 3 of them, I believe that he was the one that looked uncomfortable. But I can just take it as what Noah said, going to that semifinals, he will do what he needs to.
Yeah, and I was so impressed with the Jamaicans, just quickly, Swift. Shane Thompson, man, he's ready. We've been hearing that he's ready. When I saw it this morning, I had goosebumps. He is ready. I think he looked the most comfortable out of everybody else, and based on reports, when he walked into the media room, he didn't do any interviews, but based on what we saw, they said that he walked in with such confidence, like he was just oozing in confidence, and he took some photographs and that's it. He said no comments, so I'm assuming that he's just saying, I'm gonna put the talking on the track.
Yeah, definitely, he's beaming with confidence. But when I saw the race initially, when they lined up and I saw him getting that green card, my heart skipped a beat, because I was wondering when I saw the official go over there. But nonetheless, he's definitely confident, and I have high hopes for him, so I'm just looking forward to seeing how he handles his semi-final.
Right, and just quickly before we throw to George, a lot of people there, thinking that the green card was because he was roaring. That's a conversation on social media as well. I saw a journalist actually clear that up and said no, it's because he didn't follow the instructions of the starter, and that could also be interpreted as delaying the start. So a lot of people have been thinking that, hey, it's because of the roar and things like that, and all of the pre-race excitement. The journalist cleared that up with the quickness and said no. But speaking of confidence, he did, Shane Thompson did say, I was never short on confidence, but I believe I have much more to do, as I can run way faster. You understand? That's the quote of the day. George, over to you and our lovely panelists.
Thank you very much, Kareem. Thank you very much, Kareem, for bringing us up to date with what is being said on social media about these Paris Olympics. We want to give to you the performance live of Virginia Campbell as it happens in the final of the men's shot put. And then we want to play for you what Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce said when she was blocked from the gate to enter the Stade de France. Herself and Shakira Richardson were locked out. We're going to play that for you as well. And then settle down to really looking at the women's semifinals and what is likely to happen across the 3 heats. For now, let's take a bit of the men's shot put final and hope that we can catch Virginia Campbell's throw in short order.
He's 33 years old, and this is his first Olympic final.
But you can't temper that can't temper the fact that the queen of 100 meters sprinting, the best 100 meter sprinter all time, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, didn't even face the starter. I didn't see that one coming. Raymond Casey Graham has been saying that he wasn't so sure. So he was the man who was the closest to saying that something was wrong going in on the race, which is unlike the preparation that she's had going into a major championship. Casey, DNS for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, it's fair to say that you are not surprised.
Yes, because when you're a top athlete and you're going into the premier championship, the Olympics, and between January and July, you only run 4 races. You can't be ready, and then 3 weeks before the games, you pull out of this is your prep race going into the championship. You pull out. It was all when I started the trials. She was not the same Shelly. She has that her start was not there. Tia and Kemba led her, so you knew something was wrong, Judge. So it's hard. She's the queen of sprinting, and it's unfortunate, but she's human, and these things do happen.
Juliet?
It is a sad day. This is her final Olympics. That's what she had announced. And as we all know, she did not run many races this year leading up to the trials or even after the trials to get prepared. We saw a few times knee strap on the right knee, and so I think we're all hoping and praying that she would have been healthy to get to the Olympics and to compete at her best. I was hopeful also because yesterday she ran 10:92 in the first round, and so I figured she didn't look pressed, so I thought she would be able to come out. But again, it was going to be a tough semifinals, and I think she would have taking all those things in consideration, knowing that there is still a season after the Olympic Games, you'd want to capitalize on those races even afterwards, and to make sure that you don't hurt your knee or whatever is bothering her anymore.
Yeah.
But it's sad. But to top it off, Julian Alfred, who I was cheering for, came through.
All right, we'll talk about that some more. Let's go back to our commentator with news. But before we go for the final semi-final, Rajendra Campbell, the Jamaican in the shot put final, has just produced 22.15 to take him into second place in the competition. Big throw from the young man, and we'll stay with it. Back to our commentator for semi-final 3, where Tia Clayton is carrying the national colours.
National record 10.95 in qualifying.
giving them reason to smile and to dream. I come to you, Michael Carr, at 19 years old. Clayton.
Tia. Awesome performance. Awesome. And it came at the right time. Just when the whole nation head went down to say, boy, no, Shelley. Here comes this little young kid to just lift up our chins and say it's not all lost. It's just a pity that Shelley did not report to the start. Concurring with what Casey said, yes, you cannot come into the Olympic Games with just 4 races under your belt for the whole season. Something is wrong, and unfortunately, it played out as how it played out here. We were all expecting her to be in the semi-final, and many of us thought that she would have gone into the finals also. But it is what it is, and we have to just live with it. But Tia Clayton, definitely one for tomorrow. And another one out of the Stephen Francis.
She's one for today. The final is today. Yeah, so she's one for today. Yes. Juliet.
When I say tomorrow,
I understand what you mean. I'm just playing around with you.
But today is true.
I'm leaving KC for last. Juliet, react to Tia Clayton's 1089 controlled in semi-final 3.
I am so happy that we're able to, we're feeling a little down because Shelley did not start. I think Tia's really lifted her spirits. Yesterday, I think in her interview, she said she didn't get a good start, and we saw that she didn't look that great. She looked a little raggedy. But today, she had the start of her life, and they had to run to try to catch her, and they did not. And so I'm hoping that for the finals, she gets that start or even a better start so that they will have to run to try to catch her. It's a good look. 19 years old. She just ran 10.89 in the Olympic Games.
Yes. Let's let that simmer for a while.
Awesome performance.
Yeah. Raymond.
Awesome performance.
Raymond.
Yes, George. Unbelievable. When we saw her yesterday, she looked the least of the Jamaicans. And to come back a day after, and there was some news going around that she wasn't at 100%, but today she was at 110. It's going to be a very good final. I think if she gets a start like that, but remember there's Alfred, who's a good starter also. So we're hoping that she'll come out, and if she gets a medal, even a medal, it will be something special. A 19-year-old just left high school recently and to come to the Olympics. When Shelley went to the Olympics, she went there as a 22-year-old and won. This is a 19-year-old. And all she needs to do, keep her composure, and she'll be ready because she has a coach who knows how to. He has coached the winner of the 100 for the past, let's say, 3 Olympics.
Since 2008.
Yeah, and he knows how to get them there. So we just wait and see what will happen.
A word on Julian Alfred before we go, and of course Shakira Richardson. We're talking about women who we are agreeing can go even faster than they did in the semifinals. So they have some more left in the tank, and Tia will have to produce more to topple them individually. Julian Alfred, because you're a huge fan of her. You spoke about her before the first round heat yesterday, Juliet.
Well, I've been a huge fan of Julian Alfred because when you see talent and recognize talent, I'm just in awe when I see naturally talented men or women athletes out there. And also she went to University of Texas.
There you go.
So she's a Longhorn.
Schoolmate.
And so I was able to follow her career as she competed at the NCAA. And I just love watching her run. And I just said she's definitely one for the future. So I've been a fan. I know that she was going to be very difficult to beat coming to the Olympic Games. I'm also predicting she just ran another PB in the 200. So I'm looking forward to see what she's going to do in the 200 as well. But I say everybody else is saying that Shakari is good. I think if Julian Alfred gets the start that she did, Julian Alfred still had more left in the tank. And so even looking at Tia's relaxed face, Tia seemed as if she had more left in the tank. And so I think it's going to be a humdinger. A 1070 is what I'm looking to see in
the winner will have to produce.
Yeah, in the 100-meter finals this evening.
Raymond, you're working with the Shaqiri. You're working the Shaqiri angle. How well did she look?
Alfred was out, and like last year, she realized people left her, so she just did enough to be in top 2. Last year was top 3. I think she's a favorite still, and it's going to take a 10-7 low to win this event because she has gone 10-71. Alfred has gone 10-79. So I think it's going to take 10-7-3 to win this event. And I think Shakari, she's a class act, and I think she will still win. I think Alfred and Tia will battle out for the silver and bronze.
All right. So Kareem Boya Things, yeah. Where does the H come from there? He's in the he's on the studio couch. We go across to him now. Kareem.
Good afternoon once again. I'm still here with John Swift Stewart, and social media is buzzing. First we were all disappointed. We would have seen Swift on Twitter by a couple of the journalists and reporters there about 10 minutes before the first semi-finals that Shelley and Fraser Price wouldn't have been lining up. And trust me, man, we really feel it. The entire social media, everybody was so discouraged. People were just saying, boy, them no one watch no more. People were saying that them can't bother, them want look off them TV. But we must say, Tia Clayton did what she needed to do. Tia Clayton 10-8, very close to her personal best that she did in the semifinals. I'm seeing everybody know on social media, on Twitter, are just saying, listen to it. We feel like she is here. And they're so excited.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like it's a case where when we heard that news, everybody's spirit dropped to 0.
Yeah.
Right? And then after we saw Tia, she lifted her spirit. So from 100 to 0, back to 100.
Right.
So I'm just here hoping, the Caribbean women can put on a show and, we can spoil the US over there.
Yeah, actual factual. And also another report that we've been seeing unofficially on social media as well, that Shelley and Fraser Price actually felt something in warm-up in her hamstring, and they're uncertain of the severity of the injury, but it's something felt in the hamstring. That's the report that we saw prior to it being announced by the announcers in the stadium, but that's what we've been seeing on social media, and everybody was just, they placed social media in a frenzy. Yeah?
Yeah, really and truly, it's social media is all over the place. And honestly, if God could have just take out the hamstring pain and give me it,
no,
would I take it?
No, same.
Would I take it?
Same. But another thing also, Rajendra Campbell, the people were so excited, from the bad news that Shelley isn't in the semifinals, and then in round number 2, he, jumped right up to second place. Everybody were just like, what, he's doing it for the country. That's basically what I've been seeing on social media with him. And people are just now, feeling like, okay, there's hope. There's still hope. Yeah, and Tia Clayton for my gold medal, by the way. All right, so we're going to go back over to George and the rest of the panelists.
Thank you, Kareem. Thank you. And I move over same time to Wayne Walker, who's over there in Paris. Wayne, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, George.
Yeah, talk to me about all that we've seen so far. Shashali Forbes not making it out of the semi, Shelley and Fraser Price not reporting to the start, and Tia Clayton producing 1089 to win her heat.
Yeah, so she won her heat in the same time that the second place in the heat before her at 1089 as well, with Shakira Richardson, the race favorite. But it was brilliant to see Tia Clayton coming back. I mean, she's gone faster, so she's capable of much more. Can she reproduce that what she did at the national stadium, at the national championship, at the very least? That could very well get her on the podium, given what we've seen today. Shakira Richardson has shown that she is human. She's been almost irresistible for the last couple of months into the last year. Let's put it at that. And tonight we saw Julian Alfred. Yes, it's under the semifinals, but it is something. It tells Julian Alfred something, because on the circuit she's played second fiddle to Shakira Richardson, and to come on the biggest night so far in her career, the semifinal, drawn alongside the world champion and the race favorite, and to really put that sort of performance together, tell Julian Alfred that she can. And that level of confidence going into the next race in less than 2 hours' time can only do her confidence a world of good. Tia Clayton is going to be right there as well. I almost want to say it's going to be a three horse race, but Melissa Jefferson is also good as well. So we're going to look forward to seeing those four at the very least. But it's a 100 meters. Anything can happen. But right now, to me, the medals, the podium positions right now looking like Shakira, Julian, and Tia Clayton. And to be talking about Tia Clayton with the possibility of getting on an Olympic podium 3 years out of high school, it's just massive. When you consider that Tina was the one and not Tia, and Stephen Francis has managed to sort of change things around. He said it when he got both of them. He said, listen, the one I think has the potential to go far is Tia. And that's even before she trained one time with him. So you understand his ability to spot them, and not only to spot them, but also to bring them through. Wonderful. Just now, I was hearing that Shelley and Fraser Price, it's not something that we can confirm, but we heard that she pulled a hamstring while warming up. That we will have to confirm, but that's the news making the round inside the Stade de France. The warm-up area isn't far from here. I can't imagine that she's still there. I think she's gone off to sort out whatever the situation is. As we say, we can't say yay or nay to the hamstring, but that's the one that we've been hearing. And of course, it's a lot of things happening inside the Stade de France, because Virginia Campbell, he's in second at the minute in the men's shot put. He's doing well. A big throw on his last attempt, so 22 meters and the change. So he's also doing well. And that event has got the 80,000 people inside the Stade de France interested, and he's amongst that mix-up as well. So yeah, it's a good start to the evening session for day 3 of athletics here. I'm not sure if you guys heard that Kishane was given a yellow card today for unsportsmanlike behavior. And when we checked, when he came in, we asked him about it, and he didn't answer. But we're now subsequently hearing that he was told to intimidate the opposition when he gets to the line. And I made a comment about it yesterday or the day before about this thing that he has adopted. And I'm saying adopting because I'd never seen him do it. But all week in training, whenever he goes to the start line, he makes this almighty roar. And you could hear it right around the warm-up area. And we were saying, goodness, the person who stands next to him is going to be very, very frightened, because the roar is heavy. And today, when he reported there, we saw it, and it was just, we could hear it coming through the sound effect microphone, because the start of the 100 meters and where I am is about 100, well, not even 100 meters, less than 100 meters, so I could hear it. And I don't know what's going to happen going forward, but it is something that he clearly has adopted. Everybody has their own ritual. Noah Lyles jumps, knee high to his chest. Usain Bolt with the bow and arrow, what they call to the world. So they all have their own little way of getting themselves psyched up. And I think that is Kishane's, and just as he's adopting it, it's sanctioned. So I don't know what's going to happen going forward with that one.
Maybe, Wayne, what will happen is that he'll have to ease out of the blocks, go a little bit further down the track and roar, but then it won't have the same effect. Or maybe he'll just cut it out, because I don't think he really needs it to power his way up the 100 meters. Whichever way we want him to be keyed in and locked in for the big assignment on Sunday.
For sure. And I was waiting for Tia Clayton to come up where I'm at, where I was told that the ones who qualify, they don't bring them up here. They funnel them through an exit just close to the end of the race, and they're going back to the warm-up area. They have less than 2 hours, so Juliet Cuthbert trained would know better than anybody else, that you have to rush around, have a quick chat with your coach about what just happened. You get a bit of rest, you probably get a bit of rub, you get some water or some hydration cold, whatever it is, and then, maybe 40 minutes before the race, you start to get yourself together, and before they call you into the cold room, and the next thing you know, that you're inside here in this massive cauldron, facing 80,000 people and millions around the world, possibly even billions, who knows, for the title of Olympic champion. What a night it would be if Tia Clayton, the young lady from Westmoreland, her mother, I hear her going crazy in the grill. We were talking to someone who knows her mother very, very well just about an hour ago, and they said the grill is going crazy over Clayton. What a night it would be here tonight at the start if she should really become Olympic champion. It would be a throwback to 2008 and Shelley and Fraser Price under Stephen Francis. And you know what it would do, gentlemen and ladies? It would make Stephen Francis such an icon, because the last 4 Olympic 100 meters gold medals for women have gone to the one man with 2 women. Shelley in 08 and 12, Elaine in 16 and 2021. And if he does it tonight, I don't think that record will be broken. In fact, the score so far is unprecedented. It's very, very, very difficult to beat. And if he should add another one tonight, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, then wow, what a night it would be.
Yes, indeed, Wayne. What a night indeed. All right, stick with it and we'll check back in with you. Wayne Walker, the man there in Paris, continuing to do brilliant work on his end with the interviews and the insight from live inside the Stade de France. Team, let's take it back a little bit because the women's triple jump final is underway. The leader so far after 7 of the athletes have done their first attempts already. Pelletero from Spain with 14.55 meters. Povea, the Cuban, the third biggest jump, 14.28. The Dominican, Thea Lafond, 14.32. Akeelia Smith has produced one jump already. The Jamaican, she went 13.88. A lot of room for improvement from Akeelia Smith, and we're waiting on Shanika Ricketts to pound the track and take off. Let's see where she lands. But we are catching breath now. I can tell you, listeners, the finalists in the women's 100 meters. So, Melissa Jefferson from the United States, Marie-José Talou Smith from the Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire if you may. Mujinga Kambunji from Switzerland. She got through as one of the 2 fastest losers with 11.05. Then we have Julian Alfred, the St. Lucian, Shakira Richardson, the American, and Tia Clayton, the Jamaican, Daryl Nita, the Brit, and Twanisha Terry from the United States, the other fastest loser. She ran 11.07, just edging out the Pole, Eva Svoboda, who ran 11.08 seconds. Massive disappointment for Dina Asher-Smith, the Brit, who ran 11.10 in that semi-final. Nowhere near troubling the officials to get into the final. And, of course, the biggest disappointment of all was the fact that we did not even see the illustrious Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price at the start list. Understand that she picked up an injury in the warm-up before the race, and she promptly left the stadium and went to get some treatment. All right, so that's where we are with the women's 100 meters. The finalists have been decided, Michael Carr.
Yes, my only concern is that whenever Shakara runs from the middle of the pack, she's always in trouble from that position, and probably showed up in the semi-final a while ago. Oh, she was right beside Alfred, and Alfred got out the last time she ran beside Sharika and Shirley. The same thing happened. The only time she won was when she was out,
isolated.
Exactly.
Outside lane, yeah.
So that should be a concern. But I think I still believe she has the potential to win. But my concern is running from the middle of the pack for her.
Mm-hmm. Raymond, you want
Mikey, that's only one time she has done. That's one championship.
No, it's not one time.
No. She has won out of the check the races on the circuit. She has always been in the middle. This is the only time it's a world championship final. It's one final, and she ran on the outside. So she has not run in lane 9 every time. This is one world championship.
Right, and that's where she won from.
Yeah, and that's one time.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
No, but you say every time she runs out of the middle, and she only run one time, Mikey.
Many times she's, check it out, when she's right between Shelley and Sharika and thereabouts, she should tend not to perform at her best at that time.
I tell you to name the times.
I tell you about 2 or 3 times.
When? Tell me when.
I can't remember the date them to be specific.
You need to tell
but
me
it has happened.
You need to confirm
it
that.
Has happened.
I don't know about that. I know about one
all right?
time. Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm not saying that she can't win it.
No,
don't
I'm not
get
saying
me
that.
wrong,
No, but just every time she runs out
right,
of
but she has probably run out of the middle. I don't know if it's a head space or you beside them and what have you, but we shall see what we shall see.
But I'm saying only one time at the World Championship she have gotten lane 9.
All right, uncles.
And that's the only time she won.
All right, uncles, as we look at Rajendra Campbell, we can tell you that his best throw of 22.15 still has him in second place. He fouled on the third throw, and he has 3 throws left, 4, 5, and 6 to complete his set, and then he'll see where he is at. I think he'll need something bigger than
and Shanika is leading in the triple jump.
And Tony, thank you for that update, KC, as we were set to go to a break, but I just want to get a refresh on my screen to tell you the mark that Shanika Ricketts has produced, and it is coming up now. So the women's triple jump, we told you that the jumpers weren't jumping out of the stadium or threatening to, but Shanika Ricketts is in front. Let's take the break and we come back and we'll give you the mark and tell you where everybody else is, because the dozen women would have completed their first attempts by that time.
Together we're all people standing strong. 3 million Jamaicans, let's work as one. Such a course and work with a plan. Proud and tall, let's make the whole world understand. Every Jamaican have the heart of a champion. Such a core, big up with champions. Watch my style, watch my skill, watch my flow. Standing out anywhere where we go. Many goals, many dreams, many strides. On the black, green and gold, now we pride. Proud and tall, let's make the whole world understand. We are strong when we are one, Sagicor, celebrating Jamaican success.
So you think all toilet paper is the same?
Yeah, basically, tissue is tissue.
You obviously never experienced the domino effect then.
No, what that?
Feel this.
Wow, that is soft.
Not just soft, Domino toilet paper is also super strong and ultra absorbent. Basically, you're getting comfort where you need it most.
So yeah, you want to give me this one, right?
Domino toilet paper. Experience the domino effect and get softness all around you. Available at retail stores near you.
As the world gathers for the Olympic Games, there is a special feeling in the air, the feeling of unity. It's a time when the entire nation comes together to cheer for their champions, to celebrate diversity, and to share in the joy of competition. At Imperial Optical, their aim is to unite our community with crystal clear vision through their expertise and wide range of eye care services and frames. Visit them today and see the world as one. Imperial Optical, focused on Olympics, focused on you.
Looking for your dream property? Look no further than Century 21 Hyo Properties. Whether you're seeking a beachfront escape, a cozy family home, or a lucrative investment property, our expert agents are here to help you every step of the way. With Century 21, you get the experience and dedication of a global brand right here in the heart of paradise. Visit us at century21jm.com or call 876-969-2100 today. Century 21 Hyo Properties. Everything real estate.
KFC this summer, we a bucket together. Well, I vibe with your crew, yeah, we a stay true, the taste is so good. KFC, bucket on the ends with the real ones. My island, we a world champion. With my KFC, I'm gonna be me, jam rock, celebrate with we. KFC, we a bucket together.
When we bucket together, we are as we really are. Enjoy a family 12, party 15, or party 21 bucket. KFC, proud sponsor of Jamaica 60.
As the world gathers for the Olympic Games, there is a special feeling in the air, the feeling of unity. It's a time when the entire nation comes together to cheer for their champions, to celebrate diversity, and to share in the joy of competition. At Imperial Optical, their aim is to unite our community with crystal clear vision through their expertise and wide range of eye care services and frames. Visit them today and see the world as one. Imperial Optical, focused on Olympics, focused on you.
We all have a champion spirit, a uniquely Jamaican spirit. We think the unthinkable and reach for the unreachable. The steady pulse of greatness beats in us all. As powerful as we are, there comes a time when everybody needs a strength. Something to take you over that last hurdle and across the finish line. Your moment is now. Unstoppable with NCB.
Don't miss Carmen's Collection at Furniture Land Summer Sale. 40 to 50% off all furniture. Make your home a memorable space with exceptional pieces from the most fabulous furniture store in Jamaica. Located at 112 Constant Spring Road. Call 876-778-2628. Carmen's Collection. Furnish your home Carmen's way.
Nationwide 90 FM now presents live coverage of the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love. Our coverage is brought to you by
Or Diamond sponsors.
KFC, Pizza Hut, Fosrich.
Or Gold sponsors.
Sagicor Group, J. Ray and Nephew.
Or Silver sponsors.
Supreme Ventures Limited, Digicel, Gatorade.
Or Bronze sponsors.
National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, Spirits Expressions Sports Lounge, Imperial Optical Jamaica, Rainforest Caribbean, National Commercial Bank, Sunshine Snacks, First Rock Group, Grace Foods,
and or other sponsors.
Multilink, Kiss Baking Company, Hose Assembly and Supplies, Students Loan Bureau, Massey Distribution Limited, Starbucks, Tourism Enhancement Fund, Evergrow, Real Estate Board, Horton's Pharmacy, Petrojam Limited, Wellington Dental, Fontana Pharmacy, Juicy Patties, Maxi Department Store, Road Safety Unit, JTA Cooperative Credit Union, ISP Finance Services, Postage Logistics Group, Royalton Resorts, Hilo Food Stores, Charles O'Connor Consulting Network. That's American Girl. That's American Girl who has just produced a big jump in the triple jump. Jasmine Moore looks as if she's on court 1467. And if that is so, then she is she's second now because Thea Lafond, the Dominican, 15.02. The first 15-meter jump we've seen at the Olympics so far. And yeah, if this holds, that's it. Dominica will not just win its first medal at the Olympics. It will win gold because I don't see anybody else troubling 15 meters. And Thea Lafond would have followed through on what has been a brilliant season for her. 15.02 is a national record. So the Dominican athlete Thea Lafond has produced 15.02 in the triple jump on her second attempt, 15.02, a national record. It is by far the biggest jump so far in the competition. Everybody else now.
And Jasmine Moore is second.
Jasmine Moore second with 14.67. Shanika Ricketts third, 14.61.
No, Ricketts is fourth.
And Ricketts is fourth with 14.61 because Perez Hernandez from Cuba has 14.62. So we're watching that keenly for you. Let me give you now the lane assignments for that women's 100 meters final. The lane assignments. Mujinga Kambunji from Switzerland in lane 2. Marie-José Talu Smith, lane 3. Tia Clayton, lane 4. Melissa Jefferson, lane 5. Julian Alfred, lane 6. Shakira Richardson, lane 7. Daryl Nita, lane 8. Twanisha Terry, lane 9. 3 Americans, Jefferson, Richardson, and Terry, against a Brit, a Swiss, an Ivorian, a St. Lucian, and a Jamaican. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, tell me now, you were talking off air about the lane draw and the potential significance of the lane draw and the dynamics that could play out by virtue of how they've been set out. Go into that for me here.
Well, I think Tia is in good, is in one of the best lanes. She's in lane 4. You have Talu Smith in lane 3. And Talu Smith has one of the best start. She's one of the better starters in this 100-meter finals. And if Talu will be able to draw out Tia. And Tia definitely, I'm sure, will follow that start. The start that Tia got in the semifinals. If she's able to get that start or even better to follow Talu, even though Talu may fade in the end, I think Tia getting a good start, she's going to be hard to catch down the lane. Shakari is to the right of
Alfred.
Right
on her shoulder.
Right on her shoulder. And I think that is going to really psych her up. And that will play a positive role, I believe, for Julie and Alfred to really get out with Shakari to her right.
Mm-hmm. And it's exactly how they ran in the semifinal.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't really want somebody to your left. You know, the faster person to your left, you want them almost, well, that was for me.
Yes.
I prefer them on my right.
Yes.
And I think she'll be able to pull her out. And that is how Julie and Alfred is going to win this 100 meters.
You said something to us about what the effect of having Gail Devers in a lane beside you in the past did. Tell us when and how that influenced how you ran that race.
Well, that was in Barcelona, of course, and I was able to Gail, who was always a good starter. I was able to feed off of her and really get an incredible start, and that is how I think I got that silver medal, because she was able to draw me out.
Yeah, perhaps someone slower would have been a different dynamic. All right, so speaking from experience here, you've heard the Olympic silver medal winning Juliet Cuthbert Flynn tell you why the lane draws are more important than just names in lanes. It can have an effect on how an athlete performs, especially at the start, and you can have the drag effect. And she says to Lou Smith, who's a bullet starter, it's good that she is right beside Tia Clayton, because that can inspire the Jamaican to leave those blocks even quicker than she normally would. And if that happens, she is very confident that Tia Clayton will be in the shake-up for the prized medal, which is gold. Casey, you're looking at the start. The lane draws have been made. The argument about Shakira Richardson with pressure on both sides of her, that will be tested now. Are you comfortable where she's drawn beside Julian Alfred as she was in the semifinals?
In 100 meters, they are running the same. They line up side by side. It doesn't matter what lane you get. It all depends on who gets the start and who execute better. So lane, if you get lane 1, lane 2, we saw Danielle Williams last year in the 100 meter hurdles. She got lane 1, she won. So it doesn't matter which. Once you come into the race in a good frame of mind and you execute well, you will win.
Mikey?
Well, yeah, that's true still. But I still believe that sometimes there's like a psychology involved somewhere along the line, you know. But execution is a key factor here. No matter how you check it, execution is a key factor. And I think we are going to see a very interesting race at the end of the day. Very interesting race.
Yeah.
And let's enjoy it.
All right. I can tell the listeners and the viewers that you see, world ranking, it's very deceptive, because coming into these Olympic Games, Shakira Richardson was the top-ranked 100-meter sprinter among the women in the world. She's here. Julian Alfred was ranked at 3. She's here. Number 2 is not here. Number 4 is here. Talou Smith is here. No number 5. So what we have number 1, number 3, number 4. Then we go all the way down to number 15. Daryl Nita, who's here. Twanisha Terry was ranked at 17 coming in. She's here. Melissa Jefferson was ranked at 20. She's here. Tia Clayton at 29. She's here. And I skipped over Majinga Kambunji, who's ranked 19. So several top-ranked athletes among the women, KC, are not here for various reasons. As we know, 2 of the top women, Fraser Price, although she wouldn't have been, well, she would have been in the wouldn't have been in the top based on the number of races she's run this year. And neither would Sherika Jackson, because she's not been active either. But there are several form women this season who are nowhere near this 100 meters final. So it just shows you it's about peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
At the right time. I say all that to ask this, Juliet. From your educated eye, and the gentlemen have very educated eyes as well, but from your educated eye, we're talking about who executes the race properly will have an outstanding chance of winning. Who's the best technician of these 8 ladies in this 100 meters final?
Shakari.
Simple as that. Casey.
Shakari.
Mikey.
Shakari, of course.
All right. So if we agree that Shakira Richardson is the best technician of all, that would give her an advantage, Juliet, is what we're saying.
Yes.
How?
Well, her technique, when you talk about the knees coming up and you're able to grab that track and pull back, staying upright. You're not sitting down. Where when you look at Tia, she's almost sitting and leaning forward too much. I think when Tia's technique can be improved, she's going to be very dangerous. And she's not there yet. I think with Steve, I'm sure will improve that in another year or so. Tia's technique is not the best of these women.
Yes.
She still look rusty. And so I think for sure technique plays an important role in you running as fast as you can.
Casey, you agree with that analysis?
Yeah, and it also depends on the time here, right? As I said earlier, it's going to take her 10-7. If Tia can run 10-7, then she has an outstanding chance. Shakari, when it comes to top end speed, I think she's the best. From 60 to 100, she can deliver better than anybody. Alfred, good leader. Can she maintain that to the end? There are some good starters, yes, but I think it will come down to who can the last 40 meters, where Shakari is very, very dangerous, and that's why I have given her the edge there.
In the argument about technique, Michael Carr, all right, so we know that some of these women are faster than some of the others. So among the fastest women in this race, whose technique can hold up best under pressure? Let me ask the question another way.
That depends. It's hard for me to say that this one can hold up better than the other one. Again, it is how you talk about speed maintenance, right? That is a key factor at that point. You talk about composure, because when you start getting slow is when you start to lose your composure, lose your technique, you start tightening up, so right away you're going to get slower.
Right. So it's a fair question to ask then. Who, under that kind of pressure, is able to keep the coolness of head, keep the form, and just trust the process? While there's somebody who may be very, very quick in this field, but if the right pressure comes, then she'll disintegrate. We've seen Justin Gatlin under pressure. The man's form went out the window, almost as if he was going to fall on his face. So I think it's a fair question to ask. That individual in this race who under pressure, you can be sure that the technique won't change,
Julian Alfred and Shakari, both for me.
Ricketts is in second now.
Yes, thank you for that.
And Rajendra is now in third.
Yes,
he has been passed by Kovas,
and he has one throw left.
Yeah.
All right. That's Rajendra Campbell in the shot put. The Jamaican man is in the bronze medal position at this time with one throw left in that men's shot put final. All right. So we're just talking about technique, listeners, and looking at the likely, the best technician is agreed by all of the panelists, Shakira Richardson. And then we're examining the issue of technique from another perspective. Who under pressure is guaranteed to hold the technique, or who holds it better than everybody else? And Juliet is saying, look, both Shakira and Julian can be counted on with the pressure at its highest. They will hold their form. Juliet has reason that Tia is still learning and her technique not quite there yet, even though where foot speed is concerned, she has nothing to fear from anybody else because she has that in spades, which is why she is in an Olympic final at just 19 years of age. The Olympic record, I remind you, 10-6-1. No argument that it's under threat today. And the world record, of course, is another matter completely at 10.49. 10-6-1 belongs to Elaine Thompson-Kira from Tokyo, the last Olympics, and Flojo's time 10:49 from July 15, 1988. You know what they said on that day for that race only was a very, very windy Indianapolis, especially from her lane. I leave it at that. I say nothing else. All right, the women's triple jump final. We just got that update from KC that Shanika Ricketts at 14:87, a season's best time, her most recent effort, 14:87, and that puts her in the mix. But the national record by Thea Lafond continues to be out of reach of the rest of the jumpers. Jasmine Moore, the American, produced 14:67, and Williams Canberra Ginger, it was a foul throw. It's a foul throw.
He's in third, He's going to come third because guess what?
Yeah.
The other American, he has completed his
He's set, yeah.
And he's in 22:03. So it looks as if
he's protecting the bronze medal right now.
He's on course to get the bronze medal.
So Campbell, amazingly, 20 meters on his first attempt, 22.15 on the second attempt, a foul on the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and now he's being congratulated.
Bronze.
He congratulated because we've won our first medal of the Olympics, and I hear the applause going in the room. It's one that nobody would have counted. I don't know any track and field analyst who counted Jamaica winning a medal in the men's shot put, and they say sometimes it's from the areas that you least expect them. Where Ginger Campbell has given us one.
At all times. And that's what happens in a championship. You're expecting in some areas, and sometimes that is not delivered there. But it's that area that you're not looking for it, that's where it comes from. And that's a championship thing.
Wow. The man who worked at a hospital, then worked at Domino's, and scrapped to get the funds together to fund his training. He has only gone and won an Olympic bronze medal. Rajendra Campbell, you, sir, you deserve to be the subject of a nationwide documentary. Sonia Stewart, I hope that you're watching and that you're making attempts to get in touch with Mr. Campbell and book a sit down with him and those who have helped him on this journey. Ryan Krauser winning with 22.90 meters on his third throw. Joe Kovacs, fellow American, produced 22.15, but on count back, he would have gotten the silver ahead of Rajendra Campbell. Both of them credited with 22.15 as their best throw, but Campbell completed only 2 of his 6 attempts. Kovacs completed 3, 21.69 and 21.71, so he gets the silver medal. So gold and silver for the Americans and bronze for Jamaica. The first medal of the Olympics is in the shot put, showing how Jamaica's track and field program is maturing, showing another side. It's not all about the track, it's all about the field. And congratulations, Rajendra Campbell. Getting ready now, we are for the 4x400 mixed relay final, and Jamaica will run in lane 2, Poland will run in lane 3, in lane 4 Belgium, in lane 5 the United States of America, the world record-setting team from the first round, France in lane 6, Netherlands in 7, Great Britain in 8, Italy in 9. Let's go across to the introductions.
Same team.
They are the defending Olympic champions, Poland. Swante Ercetic, such an experienced relay runner, both in the mixed 4x4 and the women's 4x4.
to take the Dutch to gold in the mixed 4x400 meters relay. Meanwhile, the Jamaican team of Raheem Hales, Janelle Bromfield, Zandrian Barnes, and Stephanie Ann McPherson in that order. McPherson ran a brilliant anchor leg to rally the team to respectability at 6th after we were down for much of the race, but that's not to criticize any of the four who stepped forward and ran together. They produced a time of 3:11.67 outside the national record registered on Friday. 6th place though for the Jamaicans in the event. The Netherlands winning gold. The USA, they set the world record in the semi-finals, in the first round, and they finished second in silver spot, and Great Britain will take bronze with 3:08.01. So let me do this. The Dutch ran 3:07.43, an area record. That's what the Dutch produced with Bowl on anchor. The USA ran 3:07.74. Great Britain, a national record 3:08.01. Belgium in 4th, a national record 3:09.36. France, the home team, in 5th, 3:10.84. And then Jamaica, 3:11.67. So 3 very special performances in front of the Jamaica if you want to find solace in the performance. We break now and come back and take a time signal.
Music users, a license from JCAP is a must for the use of music for entertainment purposes. Respect the music, respect the creators, play by the rules. The time by Jamaica Association of Composers, Authors and Publishers Limited is
2:05.
We all have a champion spirit, a uniquely Jamaican spirit. We think the unthinkable and reach for the unreachable. The steady pulse of greatness beats in us all. As powerful as we are, there comes a time when everybody needs a strength. Something to take you over that last hurdle and across the finish line. Your moment is now. Unstoppable with NCB.
Dreaming of a home makeover? Make it a reality with Jung Home Center. From stunning kitchen updates to vibrant backyard transformations, they have everything you need. Explore their wide range of tiles, lighting, paints, and more. With unmatched variety, service, and value, Jung Home Center's quality and style will always wow you. Visit them today at 68 Newland Road, Portmore, or follow them on Instagram at Jung Home Center. Jung Home Center, turning your home dreams into reality. As the world gathers to celebrate the spirit of competition and excellence at the Olympics, Imperial Optical invites you to see the games with perfect vision. Their range of high-quality eyewear ensures that every moment, every triumph, and every motion is crystal clear. Your vision is their expertise. Let Imperial Optical bring the clear vision of the Olympics to you. Visit their website to book your appointment today. www.imperialja.com.
KFC this summer, we a bucket together. Well, I vibe with your crew, yeah, we a stay true, the taste is so good. KFC, bucket on the ends with the real ones. My island, we a world champion. With my KFC, I'm gonna be me, Jam Rock, celebrate with we. KFC, we a bucket together.
When we bucket together, we are as we really are. Enjoy a family 12, party 15, or party 21 bucket. KFC, proud sponsor of Jamaica 60.
Shop with Hyo, it's so easy, no hassle, no more long line. Shop with Hyo, Hyo online delivers to your door. Safe and secure with the online, debit card, credit card, pay online. And if you're busy all day, Hyo makes it easy.
Now you can download the Hyo app, visit HyoFoodStoresJA.com and pay for your foods online using a debit or credit card, locally or overseas, and have them delivered from selected locations in Jamaica.
Hyo, it's so easy, pay and it's done with Hyo online. Shop with Hyo, Hyo at your fingertips.
Guilty, outperform, outlast. Guilty, with top performance. Guilty, Chakama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. 3 parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Immerse yourself in the authentic Jamaican craft, cuisine, and culture at the Artisan Village at Gate 5 on the Falmouth Pier in Trelawney. Come experience a rich tapestry of handcrafted treasures, learn more about our history through our exciting entertainment pieces, and sample the savory delights of authentic Jamaican cuisine, all brought to life by the hands of local artisans. A captivating experience awaits you at the Artisan Village at Falmouth, open Tuesdays to Sundays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. See you there. A message brought to you by the Tourism Enhancement Fund.
Paris Connection with Wayne Walker is brought to you by the Sagicor Group. Out of many, one pulse.
Two 10 p.m. We make a connection with Wayne Walker over there in Paris. Wayne?
Yes, George, I'm here. I'm waiting on Rajinder Campbell. He's not too far away from me. Member of the Metro team. I should be next in line, so I'm just holding on for them. There's a drizzle here. It's developing now into more than just a drizzle in the Stade de France. Brand new purple looking shine. Not moving. Of course, there's no bleachers here at the Stade de France, so people are properly covered for the most part, except for like the NBA season.
Hold on.
They are not totally covered. Right, and we're 400 meters relay team. You know, strangely, last time we got a message on our phones, a few of us, that Stacey and Williams would come in leg, and we were looking forward to that. I'll be, you know.
No, Wayne. Let's make a reconnection with you. We're losing much of what you're saying, and we want to hear all of what you're saying with the insight. So let's reconnect the call with Wayne Walker. Meanwhile, the women are getting ready for the 100 meters final. Yeah, they are getting ready. I'm going to run through the lane assignments in short order just to tell you that Shanika Ricketts is in the silver medal position in the women's triple jump. Jamaica's Shanika Ricketts in the silver medal position behind the Dominican Thea Lafond. Ricketts' best mark so far, 14.87. Lafond, 15.02, national record. That will be the gold medal jump without question. It's whether or not Shanika Ricketts can hold off those who are trying to erase her 14.87, because I too feel that 14.87 will win a medal. It's either bronze or silver with 14.87. Shanika Ricketts will get a medal in this women's triple jump. Let's try Wayne again. Wayne, are you hearing? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. You hearing me better?
Much better, my friend. Go ahead.
Good. I'm just saying to you, there's a slight drizzle. Well, it's now developing into more than just a slight drizzle. It's raining now, literally, in the Stade de France, but not a man is moving. It's fully covered, except for where the big media houses like NBC's and the ESPNs are. We nationwide, we're covered. So we're comfortably placed, and we're very near to the track. We're just about maybe 30 meters away from the track, almost like it's touching distance. Now, the 4x400 mixed relay members are coming around now, so we're going to chat with them. Rajendra Campbell is next. Of course, he won a marvelous bronze just now. And Shanika Ricketts, she's in second at the minute. It's a Caribbean 1-2 as we speak. So we're here now with the 4x4 mixed relay team. They're coming down, Raheem Hale, Janelle Broomfield, and of course, Stephen McPherson. Guys, we're live on nationwide, like in Jamaica. Get an impression from you first. Give me your impression of the event you just competed in.
We're disappointed. It just wasn't enough. I enjoy myself my first, so I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, that's a spirit to enjoy the Olympic Games, especially the first. Janelle, could you just join me a bit? You started the relay like you did yesterday. Tell me about your leg.
Well, I got the baton, and I think the second leg is a very aggressive leg, especially in lane 2. You mean you have to just go out and try your best to finish as strong as possible to put you up in position. And I think I did that. So that's just it.
How different today than yesterday was your leg?
I have no idea, but it felt way better than yesterday, because yesterday, I don't know, maybe because it was the first run sprint style, but extremely rusty, but I just pushed through that.
Okay, go rest. You've got the flat 400 to run in, all right?
Yes, I know that I have the flat 4, and so much other people who ran on that relay also had it. I just wanted to come out here and give Jamaica the best chances of getting into the final, and hopefully we could have medals today. That's what I wanted.
All the best and good luck in the 4.
Thank you.
All right, Stephanie and person, if you could just join me here. Again, you ran a gallant leg on the anchor. Second day in a row, second night in a row, you produced something special.
I mean, I'm just having fun. Just having fun, doing my duty. You know, to make my country and my coach and my teammates proud. I'm just having fun.
By the way, the wet track had anything to do with the performance? You think it affected you guys?
When I reached the last 200, I couldn't see. Honestly, it's just because I know how to run a 400 and know how the track stay. So when I reached that last 120, honestly, I couldn't see anything. The rain was in my eye. Yeah, we couldn't see anything. We just run blind. We just run blind.
You're a massive servant of Jamaican track and field, and we thank you for that.
It's an honor to serve the country I love.
Yes. Zanjian Barnes, come here, Zanjian, have a chat with us. How was your leg? Talk to us about that.
My leg was perfectly well. I think I'm exceptional well, despite of the crossover in my lane run when I had off the button. But I think
somebody ran in your lane?
Yes, in the last part of the race, so you know that kind of lower my time.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, you're having a good time. Yeah, you would have wanted a medal and a better performance, but generally, Olympic Games, you're enjoying it.
Yes, I wanted a medal still, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
All right, Zanjian.
I appreciate it.
All right, that's members of the 4x400 meters relay team. In first, we're waiting on the bronze medal in the men's shot put. That's Ginger Campbell. And he's next. He's right close to us. You can take it away, guys, until he gets to me. He's just about a minute or so away from me. And as soon as
All
he
right.
gets to me,
You can interrupt us, Wayne. No problem. We're keeping the line open for you. Wayne Walker over there in Paris. We apologize for the line, the convergence in the Stade de France, perhaps playing a part with the line getting a bit bitty in parts. But hope you were able to hear much of the interview with the members of the mixed relay 4x4. They finished 6th behind an absolutely awesome performance from the Netherlands, Femke Bol, with an ankle leg for the ages to take them into that gold medal spot at the expense of the world record holders, United States and Great Britain in 3rd. And when you put it into context, 3 of the teams that finished in front of Jamaica produced national records. So yeah, there was some serious running put down in that 4x4. All right, so the women in the 100 meters. Mujinga Kambunji, lane 1. Marie-José Talou-Smith, lane 3. Well, Kambunji is in lane 2, Talou-Smith is in 3, Tia Clayton is in 4, Melissa Jefferson is in 5, Julian Alfred in 6, Shakira Richardson in 7, Daryl Nita in 8, Twanisha Terry in 9. Because the women are out for the 100 meters, Alric, we can go to the feed now after we get predictions from the panel, the 3 medal places, and then we can perhaps record Wayne with Ginger Campbell because I want to hear from the bronze medal winner. Juliet, you first. The 3 medals will go to who?
St. Lucia, USA, Jamaica.
All right. Casey.
I think Shakar will win. Alfred second. And third between Jefferson and Tia.
Michael.
Just ditto what Casey said.
And Casey said Shakiri, Alfred, and Clayton or Jefferson
is up for grabs.
Is up for grabs.
Yeah.
All right, let's hope that Tia will grab a medal.
wet track.
Very wet track. I saw the water hog being employed just now to mop up.
We can't leave Talou out, right? I think she's somewhere there. The 3rd place is up for grab.
I think Talou run our final in the heat.
In the opening heat?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go across to the commentator for this 100 meters final, the big event on this Saturday. Get back in your place, miss, because you need to bask right now. The moment is partly yours. The girl from your alma mater, the University of Texas, has only gone and won the Olympic 100 meters title in a national record 10.72. She owned the previous marks. She has put it at 10.72. The Flying St. Lucian, the toast of the Caribbean this afternoon, and she has found a picture Juliet Cuthbert Flynn has with herself and Julian Alfred. Put your headset on, my dear, and let's talk about. I want you to react firstly to what Julian Alfred did, destroying the field in that women's 100 meters final.
You just said it. She destroyed the field. She got out, she had a good start, and she was able to maintain that. Remember, we talk about maintaining, not breaking
and
form. She did not break her form. She's very strong. She's very focused, and I saw that even during the rounds. And just watching her run on the collegiate season, no, she doesn't have that anymore. She's able to now focus on her 100 and 200 and not other races, and she's going to destroy the field in the 200 meter as well.
Yeah, Raymond, and for the record, listeners, do not believe that if you came in late, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is not saying these things just now. From the first round of the women's 100 meters, before the first heat was run, she said Julian Alfred. After the first round, she said Julian Alfred. After the semifinals, she said Julian Alfred will win the double. Before the final was run,
with a
Juliet Cuthbert Flynn predicted that Julian Alfred will produce 10.7 and change to win the 100, and then she would go on to win the 200. She's gotten the first part of the prediction dead right.
And I got the time right too. I did say 10.72. Yes.
There, all right. So
let's pull up the tape.
You're informed. No need to rub the tape. We believe you. Raymond Casey Graham, your girl Shakira Richardson. The pressure was applied. She didn't start brilliantly, and that was that.
And I first it was give me some kudos. I got the three
no. I'm gonna go into the kudos that you deserve, but react to what I
think. What Juliet said became a reality. Alfred started out. Also, Tia started out well too. But based on her form this season, I was a bit nervous for Shakari, because the last time she ran against Alfred, it was close. And when I saw Alfred in that 200, but I just could not go against Shakari. 10.72 coming into the championship to 10.78. But Alfred has shown, under Coach Floril, she has a very outstanding coach. She has come to the table now because she's no more in college. The workload is off her shoulder. So she came out and she destroyed the field, I must say. And she destroyed Shakari. You don't beat Shakari like that. So you have to give her kudos. And there were some signs when Shakari last at 200 came fourth. She was not that at her best. Because at the USA trials, not coming fourth. But I still had to go with Shakari because I was saying that when it comes to the final, she will find. But her start has been her bugbear and has affected her. But kudos to Alfred, the Caribbean. You keep it in the Caribbean. Jamaica, 4 in a row. And St. Lucia, let it stay in the Caribbean, no problem.
Michael Carr, it would not anger any St. Lucian at all to hear Jamaica say we have a share in Julian Alfred because we forged her through her high school years at St. Catherine High.
Definitely. And, I
hear we have the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Philip J. Peer on the line. Good evening, good afternoon, Prime Minister. Prime Minister?
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're on live radio in Kingston, well, in the whole of Jamaica, not just Kingston, all of Jamaica is listening to you.
Oh, I am. Good afternoon, Jamaica. How are you?
We are good. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Congratulations.
I am happy. That's all I can say. I am happy.
And we're very happy for you.
St. Lucia has just joined Jamaica in getting our first 100-meter gold medal in the women's finals in the Olympics. This is a historic day, and I'm very happy that I can be part of that history.
Absolutely wonderful, Prime Minister, and the reaction of those around you to Julian Alfred's stunning performance.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm actually at the Derek Walcott Square. That's downtown Castries. And it's raining, but no one cares about the rain. I'm all soaked myself, but people are just happy, people are jumping, and you know what? They asked me to declare a day a public holiday. I'm happy today is Saturday.
I think you should. Mr. Prime Minister.
You can give them on Monday.
Mr. Prime Minister, Monday is always there.
I've been in a lot of trouble.
Monday is always a possibility, Mr. Prime Minister.
Yes, well, you know how it is. Well, I'm sure when I get a cabinet on Monday, we'll decide and see what's happening. But I can tell you what, everybody's ecstatic. And we're very happy because Jamaica came before us. We were proud of the performance of Jamaica, and we followed. But it's one Caribbean, so the whole Caribbean is celebrating.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if I may ask you, Prime Minister, your expectations when they lined up at the start, were you expecting gold or were you hoping for gold?
Well, I'll tell you what, from the performance at the semi-finals, I knew we had a very good chance. The semi-finals gave me hope, and then when the Jamaican athlete wasn't, unfortunately, it did not take part, I knew that our chances were great. But I'm ecstatic. But from the semi-final, I knew we stood a good chance.
There have been some great St. Lucians over time. You've produced an outstanding, a world-class economist. You've produced outstanding people in many areas. Julian Alfred's performance, though, Prime Minister, ranks up there with the very, very top.
Yes, sure. And I'll tell you something, and she must serve as a model to the young people of St. Lucia and the young people of the region in that discipline, hard work, principle, commitment can get you through. So Julian Alfred hasn't only won a gold medal, she's a poster girl for discipline, commitment, and hard work.
All right, Prime Minister, just before you go, I'm sure it's very early, very, very early, but you must be planning to do something great for this young woman to mark what she has done for your country.
Well, I tell you what, the government will give her whatever support we can. We're going to be planning major welcome ceremony, and I'm sure what we've done before, we're going to add to it, and we'll ensure that Julian Alfred remembers not only the victory, but remembers how St. Lucia has embraced her, and how St. Lucia will respect, embrace, and love her.
Well, accept congratulations on behalf of everybody in Jamaica, including those who helped her at St. Catherine High School in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. We claim a hand in her success as well, Prime Minister. All the best to the people of St. Lucia.
Thank you very much, and join us in our celebrations from Jamaica.
We will, sir. We will. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Philip J. Peer there, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, speaking to us from the Derek Walcott Square in Castries in the country. Wayne Walker has Tia Clayton with him over there in Paris.
All right. So, Tia Clayton, as I said before, I'm sure you're disappointed. You came here tonight with the hope of getting on the podium because you're in prime form. You ran some really good races. It just didn't happen for you tonight. It was a crack field. Tell me about the race.
Well, it's a great race, great experience. I'm just grateful I came out here, finished the race, injury-free, and I'm just grateful.
Mm-hmm. If you were to do anything different, if you were to run the race over again, what would you do differently?
Not sure. I didn't get to really watch the race, so I'm not sure of my mistake at it. So when I rewatch it, I can see it.
Yeah, and you're carrying a niggle. I mean, you would have done better had you not. What's the injury?
As you all know, her mom since the season. So yeah.
Continue.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. So you have the 4x100 meters. You're gonna get some rest before that, or you're gonna go straight into relay practice?
Well, I have to rest. And I have to.
Yeah, but you're gonna run the 4x1.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheer up, girl. You have a lot more to go. All right.
Thank you.
All right. She's clearly disappointed, if you could just see her face. But we can understand. It's a 100-meter final at the Olympic Games, and you were right there with the rest and could have done much, much better. It just didn't happen for her tonight. But she's going to be around for much, much, much longer, I'm sure, because she's got what it takes.
Thank you, Wayne. Wayne there with Tia Clayton, disappointed, but she says that she's going to refocus and come back for the 4x100 meters. Kareem Boya Things, I give you a piece of this moment to bask in the glory that is Julian Alfred, the outstanding St. Lucian.
Yes, George, we're still here on the couch with Janai Swift Stewart. I am just so excited. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, she right before the race, right? We were out there watching it, and she said, "Listen, Julian, for my money, she's right to the money. Listen to me, I am so excited. When I spoke to Julian Swift at Racers Grand Prix after she ran 10.78, and I said to her, "Whoa, 10.7." She's like, "Oh, I never expected this Eddie at all." So I'm just thinking about those moments, like what does this mean for her? She gave the country the World Indoor 60-meter gold medal, the first for her country, and now an Olympic medal. Jesus of His mercy, God, I am so excited. It stays in the Caribbean. We still claim Julian with a response with the business. Right? She's partial Jamaican to me. Yes, and I'm just immensely proud of this moment. Once again, for me, the USA has not won since 1996, and I'm running with that forever and ever. Amen. What about you?
Yeah, man, definitely. They have to wait until 2028.
Yeah.
To see if they can get it again, but I'm just extremely happy. I'm extremely happy. It's in the Caribbean.
Yes.
St. Catherine girl.
Yes.
Jamaican.
Yes.
A part of it. So
Yes,
I'm definitely happy. I just want to say though, Miss Juliet, I'm hoping that she probably can give me the lotto number because she came out and she was on that 1072, 1072, 1072, and indeed it was 1072.
Absolutely amazing. Also, I'm seeing on social media, George, I'm not sure, I would have to rewatch the race. People were saying that it looked like Tia kind of stumbled for that 11.04, but regardless of the fact she's 19, we're so proud of her achievement at 19, her first Olympic final. Massive. But once again, congratulations to St. Kitts, to St. Lucia. That Olympic medal is not an easy feat.
Much as a goal.
For you to take home a gold medal, Julian Alfred, she deserves. And Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, as Swift says, I would like the lotto numbers, please, and thank you. Over to you, George.
Thank you very much, Kareem. Thank you very much, Kareem. What's the lottery numbers? Because Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is in fine form. Perhaps the secret to her fine form is that we need to let her sleep in, gentlemen, and only bring her out for the afternoon sessions because she comes in seeing everything and knowing everything. And you couldn't have gotten it more correct than Juliet Cuthbert Flynn did. And again, many people will draw their cues from how the athlete looks relative to how the competition looks. From before the first race was run in the heats, Cuthbert Flynn says Alfred, and then her conviction only got stronger as they went on, and then to prove that she was seeing it big like a football, a cricketer seeing the cricket ball big, she said, all right, it's going to be gold, it's going to be 1072. Guess what? She got it right. So I don't know, you're an honorable lady, you don't believe in the dark arts, so I won't introduce the O word to what you did. No, I won't do that. But yeah, you've gotten it right. A woman who has also gotten it right is Shanika Ricketts, who has won a silver medal in the women's triple jump. So we applaud that as well. We applaud that as well. Rajendra Campbell giving us bronze in the shot put, and Shanika Ricketts giving us silver in the women's triple jump with a best leap of 14.87. And I'm proud to say this, gold has gone to a woman from little tiny Dominica, not the Dominican Republic, Dominica, Thea LaFond, who uncorked 15.02 on her second attempt. Yeah, for a national record jump of 15.02. And I say, as we look at Thea LaFond and Shanika Ricketts embracing each other and drinking in the moment, Dominica has won not just its first gold medal, folks, its first medal of any kind at the Olympics. Thea LaFond, the indoor champion, has come now and beaten the world in the Olympics 15.02. Casey Graham, this is a tremendous achievement from LaFond and a big achievement from Shanika Ricketts.
And George, two persons who won indoor title, won gold today.
Yes.
Alfred,
60 meters.
60 meter, and LaFond.
Yes.
And LaFond, since that 15.01 indoor, she has been struggling.
Yes.
So she came here, say rank, except for the Diamond League. Her Diamond League leading up to this, she found some form. And I think we have to give credit for Shanika Ricketts. She has been struggling all season, but she found her form at the right moment. This is a championship, all right? The games, it's Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And to come and jump up season best and a silver medal, that's great. So 2 medals today. Although we lost, I think we should have
to clap that.
We have to be encouraged. The 100 meter for the first time, we have not medal in 5 Olympics, but we have to give credit to other people, like for example the shot put
Rajendra
for the first time ever, and then now field event. I did an article in the paper. recently, and I said Jamaica will get medals in the field events, but I did not include Rajendra. I gave Jamaica 3 field event medals, but I did not include Rajendra Camp. I didn't see that coming, to be honest with you. That is a big surprise.
I don't think anybody saw that coming, though.
None
right?
of us did.
Yeah.
Mikey, it's a bonus, and imagine a day when the 100 meters final is being contested and Jamaica wins medals. Jamaica takes the medals.
France got disqualified, so we came 5th in the
mixed 4x400 meters relay. Thanks for pointing that out. But Michael Carr, the fact that 2 field events have given us our first 2 medals at the Olympics is something to cheer. It shows that we're diversifying and we have quality all around in track and field. We're not just depending on the traditional events, the sprints, to give us the bounty.
Definitely. And honestly, I had Ricketts to get a medal because all the time she has been in the shadow of Rojas.
Yes.
And now Rojas is out, so I expected her to get on the podium. So for me, this is not a surprise, but definitely the shot put is one of the surprise medal so far for us. And I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
And what we have is a track and field team. And it is showing the field events are coming to the fore now. So let us do the powers that be. Let us do everything we can do to support that area of our sports.
I want to do a couple of things quickly because we have to take the 1500 meters decathlon. You know why, folks? Because another Caribbean athlete, Lyndon Victor, I've been talking about him since we started the coverage. You must be wondering if I'm a part of his fan club, but I'm a big fan of Lyndon Victor. He's in 3rd. He is what? He is 50 points behind the man in the gold medal position. This is the final event that's coming up now, the 1500 meters, and then we're going to take it. But before we take that, let me just say this about the triple jump. The women's final. Thea Lafon's 15:02 is, of course, a national record. We said yesterday that the standard was so iffy that anybody produced 14.8. No, we said 14.8. 14.8 would mean gold medal territory. She did 15 and could cruise. But hear this. Akeelia Smith squeezed through into the final. You know what she produced today? She opened with 13.88, then 14.15. Well, fouled on her second jump, 14.15 on her third jump, 13.86 on her fourth jump. She then went 14 and change on her, 14 little bit.
14.42, I think she did.
And that's what I was going to say, that her best jump was 14.42 meters. Her best jump of the whole Olympics was good enough for only 7th position, but given the form that she was showing, this was a massive improvement, and she did put out some effort. So commendable from Akeelia Smith in the final. We're not just hailing the gold medalists and the people who win the medals. Akeelia Smith's effort is to be commended in 7th place, 14.42. So we give that applause as well, gentlemen, as we have to. All right. So the men's decathlon, the javelin throw is done. It's about the 1500 meters, 1 event to go, and I'm refreshing the points table. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, Raymond Casey Graham, and Michael Carr to tell you that as things stand, the gold medal belongs to, well, it doesn't belong to him, it's in the hands of the man from Norway. The Norwegian. Norway. No. Marcus Ruth is in front with 8,113 points. That's 16 more than Leo Neugebauer. 16 ahead of him. And then Lyndon Victor, the Grenadian, is just behind them. He's 50 points off gold, and he's not far off silver. And I'm saying to you that the 1500 meters is the last event of the decathlon. Let's go across to the commentator, because I tell you, we're going to get another gold. CARICOM will get another medal. CARICOM will get another medal. It's just what color Lyndon Victor can pull out of this men's decathlon. Let's go across. what we saw in that 1500 meters, the Grenadian Lyndon Victor has held on. He has defended the bronze medal he went into the 1500 meters with. So another medal for a CARICOM nation on this Saturday. Bronze it is for Lyndon Victor in the decathlon. I can pinch myself for saying men's decathlon. I'll never say men's decathlon again. It's just a decathlon, yeah? And Lyndon Victor has secured a medal there. It's been a glorious day. We have an interview with Rajendra Campbell, the Jamaican, who won bronze in the men's shot put, and we're lining that up for you. We want to give you a flavor of what the man said on his significant achievement in the most significant achievement in his career to date. We've all spoken about the struggles that he faced going to Paris, getting himself in shape to compete in Paris, and pretty soon we're going to play an interview for you that he did with Wayne Walker. Just to remind you that we won medals, Jamaica did, in the women's triple jump. Shanika Ricketts finishing in second with a season's best 14.87 behind Dominica's Thea Lafond. Her country's first medal of any kind at the Olympics was gold in a national record 15.02. The American Jasmine Moore finished third with a season's best 14.67, and the second Jamaican in the final, Akila Smith, a 14.42, a fair effort, a significant improvement over what she had displayed from the first round of this triple jump. That effort good enough for seventh. We can also tell you that Jamaica's mixed relay team promoted to fifth after France was disqualified, but the gold medal went to Netherlands. Femke Bol with a dynamite anchor leg to give them the victory, running down her American rivals to win. So Netherlands first in the mixed 4x400 relay gold, the USA silver, and Great Britain bronze. Belgium fourth, Jamaica promoted to fifth. Stephanie Ann McPherson with a gallant effort on that anchor leg, but not good enough to pinch a medal. All right, Rajendra Campbell, he certainly won a medal in the shot put, 22.15, his best throw. He spoke with Wayne Walker.
Beautiful. All right, Rajendra, congratulations. You're on a brilliant bronze here at the Olympic Games. Tell me about it.
It's a good feeling, definitely. It's been a rough championship for me. Last year, Budapest, the goal was to make the finals. Come in a little more ambitious, achieve more. So next year, raise the bar a little higher.
Yeah, 22.15 was your best throw. Did you know at the time when you threw that you at least will get a medal?
I figured I'd have to go further. The intention was to improve on it. Honestly, I was targeting national record. I was actually targeting the goal, but the condition changed, so we had to adjust. Fortunately enough, I was able to respond in the last one. Unfortunately, I didn't really save it, but I was happy nonetheless. And the result, first bronze for Jamaica. I think it's the first medal so far, right?
Yes, you've opened the medal account for Jamaica.
Right, start the count.
Yeah, your first global final. What did you learn?
I think last year at Budapest, I wasn't as ambitious as I should have been. The goal was to make the finals, which I did. And once I achieved that, in a way I lost the motivation when I realized I got to go back out. So I was like, okay. So this year, I talked to coach about it. We planned for this, and especially we got the day rest. So with that was a crucial part of it.
What's next for you for the rest of the season?
I'm not sure. I got to talk to my agent and figure that out. Maybe I want to end the season right now. We don't know. We'll see how it goes anyway.
You can't. You're a bronze medalist at the Olympic Games. You're going to get meets.
Yeah,
your agent should be calling you tonight to say, Rajendra, we have got...
No, definitely. We have some meets already, but yeah, we'll see how best we can schedule it, because definitely need a drink tonight.
You've come a far way, man. You've really come a far way.
It's been a difficult journey, more difficult than it should have been. I personally believe that as it relates to the field event athletes, we are just as capable as the sprinters. But unfortunately for Jamaica, they only see the sprinters as treasures. So hopefully this can show them that the tide is changing. I expect good from the guys tomorrow, but at the same time, the throwers, the jumpers, everybody needs support.
I hope so too. Congratulations once again, Rajendra. You deserve it, man.
All right, thank you.
And how will you celebrate your medal?
Well, I gotta go call the family first and the little boys so they can hear the screams, and then after that I'll decide what cheeseburger I want.
All right, Rajendra, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Rajendra Campbell there with a poignant message for the authorities in athletics in Jamaica, saying, while the sprinters are treasured, us in the field events are not given any attention, and he hopes that his bronze medal performance in the shot put at the Olympics will begin to nudge the authorities into paying more attention and giving due respect to field event athletes. Truer words have never been spoken, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn.
True words. But we've been there. We've been there in the field events. We're just not just track. We have been doing well in the field events. But again, as he said, if I think again he said he had written several letters and it fell on deaf ears. But I'm hoping, as he just said, that we will take track and field serious.
And not just track.
Mm-hmm. And really help out the athletes. We need to have a system. I've been saying this for years.
Yes.
We need to have a system in place where we're actually assisting some of these athletes. I don't know if that system is in place.
Yes.
Clearly it's not.
Yes.
And so we need to really look at that going forward.
Let's open the lines because we have a fancy basket to give away for you, Sunshine Snacks. Kevin, can you get around here to no, Juliet, don't do it. KC Graham, you're a strong man. You're a strong man.
Is he saying I'm not strong?
You are strong, but we don't want to damage you. We can damage KC, but we don't want to damage you any at all.
I'm soon 70.
Mr. Flynn will not forgive us. KC, could you put that basket on the table for us, please? It's under the table. Juliet, show him where the basket is. We have this beautiful basket to give away from Sunshine Snacks. People, it's one of the biggest baskets I've ever seen. It's loaded with all kind of snacks.
I wanted to take something out.
And a fancy cup and everything else. Thank you, Casey. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
It has a fan in there.
And a fan as well. You can call us. There's a simple question for you to answer. Call us on 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 9374 as well, 618-8255. I'll ask the question. You give me the answer. You get the basket. It's as simple as that. All right. It's time where we talk about the moment of the day. But we have a call. Kevin has gotten a call straight up. Kevin, what's that caller's name? Kevin, who is that? He's gonna Donnet. Good afternoon, Donnet.
Good afternoon, George. How are you and the team?
Boy, we are very, very good. We're tired, but we're good.
Yes, me too. We're tired too.
React for me. Tell me about your emotions today when Shelley did not start and then.
Roller coaster, George. Roller coaster. I tell you, I screamed when I saw the thing on the screen. I said, what? So I just saw a clip where she said she was barred from entering, and so I guess she didn't get enough time to warm up. But I don't know. I don't know what happens to the 4x1 now.
The 4x1, we're thin in terms of talent. That's the truth. But I'm sure the coaches are working to work it out. Let me ask you the question, Donnet, so you can win and move on. Simple question. What was Rajendra Campbell's distance, his best throw to win the shot put bronze? What was the best throw?
Jeez, was it 22.15.
Easy no man. Easy no done it, man. You're a winner. You're a winner. So this Sunshine Snacks basket is for you. Hold the line. My producer Alric Swaby is going to take your information.
Yes.
Hold on, Alric.
Thank you so much.
Alric, Donnet is online. I wanted to take Donnet's information and make some arrangements for her to collect this huge basket from Sunshine Snacks.
Well, I have to go bring one truck.
You need a forklift to carry this basket, Donnet. So this basket is huge, and Donnet has won it thanks to Sunshine Snacks for providing a basket worthy of the Olympics. Yeah, it's an Olympic-sized basket. Juliet Cuthbert is eyeing several items in it, but she couldn't participate in the competition. And Jamaica set to break Olympic Games drought in field events. Raymond Casey, we believe you're doing it, Raymond. We know you're a man who knows the track and field, which is why you're here. Yeah, so it's your wisdom. So he's just giving us proof.
A raise.
You deserve a raise.
Yeah.
All right, no problem, sir. Your blood pressure, right?
We don't want to raise that.
There you go. All right, we have Bertland Cameron.
Mm-hmm. Bertland,
the great Bertland Cameron is on the phone, wanting to talk to us on this day of days. Mr. Cameron, good afternoon, sir. I'm not hearing Bert. Hold on, Kevin. Bert, are you hearing us?
I'm hearing you loud.
My friend Bertland, good day.
Good day, Mr. Graham.
Bert, how you doing?
I am doing great. I am doing awesome. I just called because I'm listening to Juliet. You know, she's my teammate. And you guys are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, boss.
Feeling that, I'm driving and I'm like, I'm right there watching the games, and
Wow.
this is like the happiest time of my life sometimes when 4 years come around with the Olympic Games going on, and I can drive all where I want to go and still listen. And just
That's
to
good
see
to know,
that
Bert.
bronze medal in the shot put.
Yeah.
I just have to lift my hat off to the young man, because at once I thought he was going to get the second. I thought he was going to get the silver medal. And, just the feeling, how he felt right now. I can imagine how he said that, people do not look after them, and he went out there and just took it on his back. Last year he went there and he was just wanting to go through the motion, but this year he went there to get something, to do something, and he just did that. I mean, it is just an awesome feeling, awesome. And I just want to call in to just let you guys know that, we are behind you guys, and, for us to drive all over the place and still listening to what's going on, it's wonderful.
Excellent, Bert Cameron.
Bert, we're not going back to Morocco.
That was me. Hello. Just remember, I teach you a lot. 1980, you were like a little baby to me.
But Bert, I didn't even know that he was in the Olympics with us in 1980.
Yes, Juliet, you were 16. You couldn't know these things.
Well, Bert, thank you for calling in, my friend, and we really appreciate you joining us as we bring the Paris Olympics experience to you, and we hope that you have many more reasons to call us over the rest of the games.
All right, awesome, man, awesome.
And George,
thank you. Juliet, keep up the good work.
Okay, yes.
All right then, good.
We just need to shout out to Ferncourt High School and Kingston College.
Yes.
Rajendra Campbell.
Rajendra Campbell.
Went to those two schools.
Excellent.
And I'm from St. Anne.
Yes.
And I used to go to Kingston College.
Yes.
So I am part of that too.
Okay.
St. Anne and Kingston
Kevin, our technical operator, says he went to KC as well. He says great school. That's it, no doubt. For those youngsters among us who are wondering who was the man who called in, it's only a former world 400 meters champion for Jamaica. Yeah, and
in Helsinki.
He was for many generations the standard still is the standard by which we judge modern quarter milers in this country, and we've had a few. Bertrand Cameron is right there with the greats over the one lap event. All right, and he's a Jago man through and through, to the truth.
Yeah, and he's my co-worker. I'm so former co-worker.
Your former co-worker.
And I was one of my worker at Michael University. He's the coach of Michael University.
All right.
By the way,
I'm around great people.
Yes, you are.
And guess what? He's my neighbor, because he's across the road from me. So I'm there too.
Okay.
And he's my best friend.
And look here now. Remember,
I
after
top
birth,
all of them.
well, here's my story now.
Yeah.
Quickly. When I just left university and started working here, I was effectively an apprentice to Ed Barnes, the great Ed Barnes. Yeah.
Yes.
And we had a program called a lifestyle program where we would call outstanding athletes, former athletes, and we would surprise them with a package of their loved ones, paying tribute to them and their close friends. They'd think they'd come to the studio for a regular interview, and then they'd be listening to their mother, their girlfriend who they haven't seen in 35 years, ex-girlfriend, this childhood friend that they haven't spoken to since 1970, all of those things, and people cried and everything. It was a brilliant program. So when we were putting together one on Bert Cameron one day, so Ed Barnes said, I was responsible for calling the guests. So he said, young man, you have to get this experience. So I called the guest. So I said, Mr. Cameron, my name is George Davis, calling from Nationwide. He said, where? That time Nationwide never have no name. So I said, yeah, Nationwide. He said, okay, yeah. So I said, we want to invite you for an interview, so and so. He said, all right, young man, I have a busy schedule. I'm not available. Maybe another time, but I'm not available. All right, have a good day. Boom.
And George,
so
I cried.
Okay. I called Ed Barnes and said, Mr. Barnes, Bert says, he's not available, so and so. So Bert said, what? Ed said, what? Did you tell him that I asked? I said, no. He said, all right, call him back and tell him that Ed Barnes said he must ask.
So he just said, blow you off.
So wait, no? So I called and I said, Mr. Cameron, George Davis calling back. Ed Barnes said, I must ask you if you can come in for the interview. There was a pause on the line. Then him said, tell Mr. Barnes that I will do anything for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be there what time again? And I gave him the time, and I never forgot that. So every time I see Bird Cameron, I remember when he wouldn't remember.
Say, I'm George, but
Yeah,
it's Ed
Iman paused like he must say, ratted Ed. Iman said, tell Mr. Barnes that I
Respect.
will do anything for him.
It's about respect.
Yeah, man, and yeah, there you go. Anyway, where we are now, we got the basket given away. We are to talk about the moment of the day now. Play my stinger, please.
They get away first time.
The moment of the day at the Paris Olympics is sponsored by KFC. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Juliet says, what a day, and the mic caught her. All right, the moment of the day. I'm going to come to the lady last. Michael Carr, your moment of the day. It's been a rich day.
A very rich day. I definitely have to go with the 100 meters. I think that's the highlight for the day. And I'm just picturing what's happening in St. Lucia. I mean, how the nation must be happy and jumping, because before, remember, they had placed a lot of big screens.
4 big screens across the island.
Across the island. So I can just imagine how elated and joyful and the celebrating vibes that's happening. I have a friend in St. Lucia. I spoke to her yesterday, and she said she's just waiting and they are raring to go because they believe that Alfred was going to bring home that medal, and she did. So,
KC, your moment of the day.
We have never gotten a medal in field events at the Olympic Games. And for me, we broke the barriers today with Rajendra Campbell. That when he threw that 22-15 to win the bronze medal, that's my moment.
All right, Juliet.
There are many moments, and this is the Olympic Games. And the Olympic Games, even though we're cheering for our own country, we're cheering for performances in the Olympics. And so, being a ex-100 meter runner, I have to say the moment of the day was that 10:72 by Julian Alfred, and just watching the 100 meter. That was my moment.
Yeah. Well, I say this to you, and you'll only hear this on Nationwide. I'm agreeing with all of the comments about the moment today, but I have to add this as a little sweetener to everything. You'll only hear this on Nationwide because only the Nationwide presenters are presenters on Nationwide because they're in the position to know these things. St. Lucia has given the Caribbean 2 Nobel Prize laureates. One little island, 2 not even Jamaica. Jamaica has none. St. Lucia has given the Caribbean 2. Derek Walcott, the poet, and Sir Arthur Lewis, the economist. Yeah? Sir Arthur Lewis, Derek Walcott. In fact, the Caribbean's Nobel Prize laureates, V.S. Naipaul from Trinidad and Tobago, my favorite novelist, is a Nobel Prize winner as well, Nobel Prize laureate in literature. So St. Lucia is responsible for more Nobel laureates than everybody else. And today, not only have they given us 2 Nobel laureates before, today they gave us an Olympic gold medalist. And it's not that she won in a pedestrian time or she lean and win. She was running a private race. She separated herself from the rest, and Shakiri and company were straining for the minor medals. Today's performance, you can win, when you destroy the field, it is something else. Yes. And Julian Alfred spanked them like children who had done something bad collectively today. She really destroyed them. So little St. Lucia, 2 Nobel Prize laureates, and an Olympic champion in the 100 meters, the blue ribbon or ribboned event, whichever way you want to call it. It's awesome. It has to be the moment of the day.
The pitons.
Oh,
the
there you
with
go.
The pitons.
There you go. All right, Mr. Producer, what else is there to do in terms of business? That's it for today. Let me tell the listeners before we go that we're going to close with that. So let me just do this first and then we close with that. To say that tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, the semifinals of the men's 100 meters, the 3 heats. Semifinal 1, Ashe from Nigeria in lane 1. Brathwaite from the BVI, British Virgin Islands in lane 2. Azamati from Ghana in lane 3. Noah Lyles from the United States in lane 4. Hinchcliffe from Great Britain in lane 5. Oblique Seville, the Jamaican, in lane 6. Eseme from Cameroon in lane 7. Ali from Italy in lane 8. And out in lane 9, Maswangani from South Africa. What about semi-final 2 of the men's 100 meters? Espinoza from Cuba in lane 1. Matadi from Liberia in lane 2. Akeem Blake, the Jamaican, in lane 3. Tebogo from Botswana in lane 4. Simbini from South Africa, lane 5. Ajayi from Nigeria, lane 6. Benarek from the United States in lane 7. Jacobs, the defending Olympic champion from Italy, is in lane 8. And Josh Hartman from Germany is in lane 9. And what about semi-final 3? Semi-final 3 has Boonson from Thailand in lane 1. DeGrasse from Canada, the Olympic champion over 200 meters from Tokyo, he's in lane 2. Zarnell Hughes from Great Britain, lane 3. Kishane Thompson, the Jamaican, lane 4. Sunny Brown from Japan, lane 5. Oman Yala from Kenya, lane 6. Fred Curley from the United States, lane 7. Saminu from Ghana in lane 8. And out in lane 9, a man called Benjamin Richardson from South Africa. The first 2 in each heat will qualify automatically for the final on Sunday afternoon, and the next 2 fastest will also claim lanes in that final. I leave you reminding you, Jamaica has won a silver in the women's triple jump through Shanika Ricketts, won a bronze in the shot put through Rajendra Campbell, and we saw Thea Lafond win Dominica's first ever medal at the Olympics. It was a gold in the women's triple jump. We saw Lyndon Victor win a bronze for Grenada in the decathlon. We saw Femke Bol inhale those in front of her on her way to leading the Netherlands to a mixed relay gold medal. Jamaica promoted to 5th after crossing the line 6th. And we have seen this moment. We enjoyed this moment that we're going to leave you with. So thanks to Juliet, thanks to Raymond, thanks to Michael, thanks to William earlier, thanks to Kareem, thanks to Swift Stewart, thanks to Sonia Stewart, thanks to Alric Swiwi, thanks to Jermaine King, thanks to David McNeish, thanks to Kevin Williams, thanks to all the support team, Simone Lunan and company, Tracy Lyle, all of those who are here today and working. I leave you with this moment from St. Lucia's finest, Julian Alfred.
Off they go. Clayton Colapole for Jamaica. Julian Alfred is running brilliantly. Alfred is in front. Shakira Richardson is left back. Julian Alfred strikes gold. 10.72. She demolishes the field.
They get away first time.
The moment of the day at the Paris Olympics was brought to you by KFC. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Nationwide 90 FM has just presented live coverage of the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love. Our coverage was brought to you by our diamond sponsors: KFC, Pizza Hut, Fosrich. Or gold sponsors: Sagicor Group, J. Ray and Nephew. Or silver sponsors: Supreme Ventures Limited, Digicel, Gatorade. Or bronze sponsors: National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, Spirits Expressions Sports Lounge, Imperial Optical Jamaica, Rainforest Caribbean, National Commercial Bank, Sunshine Snacks, First Rock Group, Grace Foods, and our other sponsors: Multilink, Kiss Baking Company, Hose Assembly and Supplies, Students Loan Bureau, Massey Distribution Limited, Starbucks, Tourism Enhancement Fund, Evergrow, Real Estate Board, Horton's Pharmacy, Petrojam Limited, Wellington Dental, Fontana Pharmacy, Juicy Patties, Maxi Department Store, Road Safety Unit, JTA Cooperative Credit Union, ISP Finance Services, Postage Logistics Group, Royalton Resorts, Hilo Food Stores, Charles O'Connor Consulting Network.
Music users, a license from JCAP is a must for the use of music for entertainment purposes. Respect the music, respect the creators, play by the rules. The time by Jamaica Association of Composers, Authors and Publishers Limited is
3:19 p.m. on this Saturday afternoon.
We all have a champion spirit, a uniquely Jamaican spirit. We think the unthinkable and reach for the unreachable. The steady pulse